One of my favorite things to do is to make floral jewelry. And I find it fascinating at all the different products that you can use to create some amazing pieces of artwork for jewelry. What I want to show you today is something that's hot glue. So I've got a metal framework. This is a metal choker base that you can get at any jewelry craft supply store. And we're going to use this as our base structure, and then we're going to form it with hot glue. Now, using our hot glue, I've got a container of water, and I just want to create a design in the water that kind of mimics that circular pattern of the bottom of the ring. So kind of follow that, and then when that's cooled a little bit, you can pick that up, and then you can add that then to the very base structure. So you can see I've got this framework started, and to add it to, I want to make sure it's completely dry. If it's not completely dry, it's going to stick to the table. So there we go. So adding it to my choker, what you want to do is turn that upside down so the back side is, and you start adding the choker and just using a little bit of glue just to kind of stick that on there. Now let that harden just a little bit. You can take it and lay it in the water so that it'll harden faster. And then you just keep adding to this. And what I've done is just continue to add it to the framework till you make it as big as you want. Now with using pan glue, what you get is a lot of glue strings. If you use a blow dryer on this, then those will dissipate into the other parts of the main part of your glue. So once you've got your frame, you just keep developing this and keep adding pieces to it, and it just continues to be this really fun framework that you create. From here I want to add to this. So I'm going to add some fresh to this. So I just developed, actually I see I want to add just a little bit maybe to this one side, just to kind of balance it off, because once you pick it up and then you kind of look at it, you say, maybe it needs a little bit more. So let's see if we can get this cooled off enough for me to add it just to this one side. So I want to just put it here. Take your piece of glue and stick it right on there. Oh yeah, that helps me balance that out completely. So then I'm able then to get a semicircle all the way around. So then let's add fresh. And when we're adding fresh to this, we want to make sure that we're using Oasis adhesive, which is for fresh flowers. You don't want to use the hot glue just because it's going to damage that flower and it's going to burn it. I've got some lily grass that I'm going to put a little bit of Oasis adhesive on here, which is already sealed for me. So let's get that opened up. We'll add a little bit of Oasis adhesive. A little bit goes a long ways. So by making sure, got a string here, we're going to glue that right into the very center. And here you want to make sure that you've got it centered, so it's in the very center of the glue semicircle that you created. Let's see, I've got a succulent bit that I want to add just to create some texture. And that's going to go right into that very center. I've got a beautiful little phalaenopsis. The rules of glue are very simple. You have to put glue to glue. So I've got glue on my framework and I have glue on my flower. Plus, you have to glue to something porous. So my glue will absorb, but metal doesn't. So in many other videos that I've done, you add like a piece of U-glue to that and that makes it stick. So we're going to add our little mini phalaenopsis right into the very center. I have a couple of foliage leaves that I want to add to pull that green accent up to the top. A little bit of glue here and there. Just tuck it in. This will be hard. Using Oasis adhesive in 4 hours, you can't get it off. So that works really well in making sure that it's adhered. I'm going to move you in just a little bit. So you can see just by adding those in and creating that design, I want to add another sight line, so another dimension to this. So I've already got some pieces of glue that have already dried for me, and I just want to take and add a piece. And you want to stick this to the glue, the pre-made glue, and not your flowers, because it will burn it, like I said. So we're adding another sight line into dimension and carrying that all the way down. And then I want to go over top. So I have a piece that fits right kind of over the top of this to add another dimension. So we'll add a little bit of glue here to one side. Make sure that sticks. and then carry it across to the other side. And you can add as many layers as you want to, but then that now involves the whole thing and it makes it feel like it belongs. But your eye stops at different levels because you've got that bold green to the back. You pull your eye forward, it stops again at the glue that's in front, and then that color impact that you see with your beautiful little phalaenopsis. So as we see this combined with our grouping, it creates interest. It's really fun. It's fascinating just to have some fun with some glue. And I think we all need a little creativity at this time. So giving yourself that ability to maybe play with something that you've never done before. So try this out. It's really kind of fun.